Hello friends, in today's video we have an update on growing moringa and also a tip that will help you grow better bushier plants. So before we start this video, I'd like to remind you that we have an earlier video on how to grow moringa from seed to tree. You may watch it by clicking on the video link on the screen right now. So here you can see the seeds have germinated very well in these peat pellets, and the plants are now big enough to be transplanted. They're actually getting root bound, so it's time for them to move into bigger containers, which is exactly what we will be doing in this step. So we've transplanted the seedlings into this 12-inch container. They all contain standard potting mixes with some slow release fertilizer that should see them through for the next month or 2 months till they are ready to be transplanted in the ground or in bigger containers. So whenever you set out containers for the first time, you need to make sure that you water deeply. So what I usually do is keep watering it several times till I'm sure that the entire container soil is wet, and that should help retain the moisture for a few days at least. And as the plants start growing bigger, you will notice that you will need to water them more, especially on hot days. The smaller plants do not take up much water, but the plants that get bigger will suck up a lot of water. Leave them in a semi-shaded area for a few days till they recover and start growing. So after about a month, you will see that the plant has grown pretty well. This is the time to just snip off the tops, as you can see here. Now what this will do is it will encourage the growth in a more bushy format as compared to a single stem that you can see in the other plants. So it really depends on what kind of growth habit you're looking for. For moringa plants, it's best to let them grow in a bushy fashion. And you can see the same plant that had the top snipped off has now sent out 2 shoots and is much more bushy than just having a single stem. Now you could snip off the tips again for a more bushy growth, but I'm going to wait for the next season to do this. I just want the plant to be a little bit more established before I start pruning again. So I hope you like this tip to make your moringa plant a little bit more bushy. Just make sure you keep adding fertilizer at regular intervals. I use a slow release fertilizer. You could use any fertilizer that you want. And in all warm weather areas, I highly recommend that you grow the superfood moringa. The leafy greens are absolutely nutritious. You could put them in smoothies. If you like to cook them, you can cook them with lentils and eat moringa soup, which is absolutely delicious. So I hope you like this tip, and I hope this encourages you to grow the superfood in your own garden. I'll see you again soon. Happy gardening.